Morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Sorry, I'm getting set up. I woke up early. I went for a run and stuff, but I'm still kind of sleepy. So I'm trying to. I've been sketching on my sketchbook, so it's not like I'm going in cold, anyways. So. I've just been tired lately, so it takes me a bit of like wind up for things. See here. Then I want to go grab some music. Grab some Nintendo 64 music, I guess. It's 2 hours. Catching up on the first spot of the furry game stream, got to a point where the professor gives you a hug. Yeah. I tried playing a little bit of it yesterday, but I was kind of tired. So I only did a little bit of base building, but I think I'm gonna make a point of like just taking a break early today, or like stopping my work day earlier, just so I can give myself a little break. So I feel I haven't had like a proper rest in a bit. I've been a little bit obsessed with practicing and doing things or whatever. So I'll probably like do art now, and then do some game dev, and then early in the afternoon I'll probably stop and then study some Japanese, and then just game for the rest of the night. So I want to continue playing that game. I do want to continue streaming it, so I want to avoid doing any main story stuff, maybe. I think it's been fun. I mean, there's only a few people watching it, but I really like that game, so. It's not even about getting art done, or obsessing over getting art done, Meteor. It's more about, I want to get better. Because the thing is, like, I'm not drawing. I can get stuff done in like an hour, but I'm not drawing like a lot. I mean, I'm drawing a lot, like on my sketchbook and practicing and stuff, but I want to just like improve. I wonder what parts are different with the adult content option. I want to do like a run that's just like, you know, with the content filter, I guess. And then I want to rerun it and see like what is different. I can take a guess at what's different. But I'm enjoying the game, because the thing is, like, it's the implication that makes it a little bit better. I guess as I get older, it's like a thing where, the less I see, the better, I guess. It's like, Discord exclusive streams. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I should stream on Picardo again. I think I'm thinking about streaming on Picardo tomorrow, and see if I can knock a few commissions that way, or whatever. Hey, Dark. But we'll see. So if I were to analyze, do you want to reach Wu's level of art skill? If I can get to that level and even higher than that, for sure. But I don't want to be like him. I want to be like on the same level. Right? And even it's not just him, it's just people that I look up to. The only thing I do in 1 hour is looking at the clip studio. The thing with like, just to get my brain going a little bit before we start, because we're gonna do heads today for like 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna try, because I think I got maybe 2 hours before I gotta get back to work. But the thing with like the hour thing that I've been doing is that when you finish it, you're supposed to just look at what you did wrong and stuff, And really, like, as I am working, I can tell the things that I'm doing wrong, and I'm trying to improve them. The thing is, I was being hard-headed. I'm being hard-headed, which is like, oh, I'm just gonna try and figure this out, like the head construction or whatever. But I think I'm gonna have to come back again and sit down and then look at some like head construction videos and stuff and just practice those. Because ultimately, I don't give a shit about doing realism, if I'm frankly speaking, with the heads at least. I just want to be able to just draw without having to waste too much time building out the head, right? Because that's the one thing I've noticed that takes me a while with these 1 hours is that, oh, and it's not like, the thing with the 1 hour, again, is not like building speed. It's seeing where your weak points are or what you're spending too much time on and what you could be improving on. And for me, it has helped to see like, okay, I'm spending too much time like getting the head right. I'm obsessing with that detail. So there is something wrong there. With the anatomy, that can come later. Like I can, you know, that's something that you move on from later. But like the stuff that I care the most about is the head and the face. So I do want to make sure that I nail it from the get-go, and then I can come in and then add more details or make it prettier or like fix minute details. But I'm quite missing on just being like poignant on it. Like like I'm missing on getting it. It also helps you getting more comfortable moving on, I hope. Yeah. Here's the thing with that. I've been able to finish drawings, right? Ideally, I shouldn't have to worry about coloring everything, right? I could just make sketches or whatever. But that's what I've been doing on my sketchbook. And I'm preferring to draw on my sketchbook with things that are either incomplete or they're just drawings that I'm doing, because I'm not really showing anyone. The stuff that I'm doing with 1 hour, I'm like quite comfortable and I just put it out. But less and less I've been feeling like, oh, I need to post something every day. And frankly speaking, I think the Twitter algorithm thinks I'm spamming because I'm posting every day, like a drawing or something. I don't know if that's true. Like I've seen that other artists post every day and then they don't get that filter. I think I'm just fucked. But I don't even have Twitter on my phone anymore, so it's like, who cares, right? I stopped giving a shit. I'm not certainly gonna make a new account. That hardly seems worth it. But and I don't think the stuff that I'm drawing I can post it on Instagram. I mean, I don't know. But I do have an idea of a few things that I want to draw. Like I want to do a series of drawings that are gonna be more elaborate. But I have to go take some pictures here at a place. But I have to go in a day where it's like not in the middle of the week and early in the morning to take the pictures that I want to use for referencing. But yeah, I just want, you can crop it and use it to refer where people can see. I think someone was doing that, but they got in trouble. I think it was I don't remember who they were. The Klebo, I think is their username. But they had an Instagram where they were posting, and yeah, no, thank you for stopping by, Eddie. Have a good day at work. But they were doing that. They were cropping images and then posting it. And I did that for a little bit, but Instagram doesn't really get that much engagement from me necessarily. What I want to try is that thing that I downloaded, the multi-stream thing, so I can stop using maybe Restream at some point, and maybe have like a mode where I can have the Instagram size stream or whatever, and I can try that out. I don't know. I'm not trying to like honestly, this is the part that stresses me out the most from what I do. It's just the having to like scream at people to like check my stuff out or like be paying attention. That's a fatality. So that's the only thing I don't like about what I do. Is just like having to yell at people to like look at my stuff, or like having to be like, okay, well, I have to do this, I have to do that, and it's like, I like, you know, that's the only stuff I like. And the other day, I put a short up, and I don't know if it did well or not. It didn't really say anything. It did lead to 1 new subscriber, I guess. But I don't know if shorts really work with my stuff. There's a Hood did open a YouTube account, I think within the last year, and they've been doing pretty well. They post like 12-hour. One of the things that I really enjoyed watching is this guy that I've been like trying to learn from. His videos are like a 12-hour drawing session where he's like working on one piece for like 12 hours, and it takes him like about 12 hours to finish. And it's like, okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better about like me taking my time with stuff. And I do like taking time when I'm drawing stuff. But yeah, one of the things that also I've been trying to like mitigate is like I have to do a lot of map building now with my game, and that's, I'm not very good at building levels out, but we'll see. Shorts are a slot machine, that is true. And you have to do something that is like a character that people know. Usually like OCs don't do as well, I don't think. Unless it's like doing something that is eye-catching, and what I'm doing is not necessarily eye-catching, or I'm not developing a new skill. It's like, this will save you this will save you a lot of time doing this. You have to get something that gets a viewer to act exactly. I'm not very good at virality or like getting people's attention. I'm just very, very casual about things. And that's maybe on me. That was pure rage bait. But here's the thing. I don't like rage baiting, and like, you perceive it as a rage bait. I only did it because it's funny that you guys get mad about it. It's like Vinny with his like Dookie cookie. If you know, you know. But it's just funny that people get upset about that. Where it's like completely normal. Like, I'm not a fan of artists that intentionally do rage bait, right? That's like my least favorite thing. I mean, they're well within their rights to do that. But it's not my favorite, where it's like, you can tell it's intentional. It's like, oh, this will get mad, but it's like, I don't know. Like a jam, a jelly. Interesting that YouTube has mod badges now. Who knows? Maybe they're going to give mod more perms. I hope. So one of the things that let me lower the volume because it's like piercing my cranium. I love this era music, but if I'm not working out or something. Okay, so one of the things that I've learned recently is that, you know, obviously when you draw things in perspective, the first line that you draw will define like everything. Like, unless you have like the point perspective like set up, but the first line that you draw usually you're going to draw all the lines around it. So one of the things that I learned from watching Kim Young-gi's stuff is that he draws the eyebrows first because it helps define the perspective a little easier. Right? So you get so basically now we know that it's this way. Now, if the nose is this way, usually the nose, at least from my understanding, will mark where the jaw will meet. Like if you line, the nose is like square in the center of the face, so usually, and so is it like the tip of the jaw. Are you gay? No. So usually you'll see that the line here will mark tip of the jaw. So usually it's a good indicator, like if you want to figure out where your jaw is going to be, who said it was a girl? And even if it was, what does it matter? So usually the tip of your nose would be like this. It would mark kind of the square of the jaw so that you know that if like your character is in profile, for example, it's easier to mark the jaw that way. This is incorrect, but you know, usually the eyebrows, when you put them in perspective like this, they're a little further out from the eye. And I want to picture like a triangle here. So the way that the planes of the face work is that you have, his name is Tyler White, yeah. You have this here, right? Because remember, the skull is something like this, right? I mean, it's not a one-to-one. But you have these planes here, and then this here, and this here. So people that are okay. Let me grab a skull. Skull face. Let me grab a skull so that I don't have to draw over it. So I can draw over it and I don't have to like give you like a shitty reference. Let's grab this one. Let's see. Here you have a plane here. Normally when you draw, you're visualizing this because the eyes are normally here. They're big balls, right? Like that. But you have skin over it. And that's why when you draw eyes, you have this like, this over here is that eye, like that ball of the sock, like, you know, the ball here, like that. And then you have the eyebrows over here. Maybe it's a little too low, but, you know, something around there, right? So anyone that, so normally, like people that have, notably women usually have rounder cheeks and a rounder face because fat tends to accumulate around the face. So you'll have, let's even draw on top of this again. Just to show you. So maybe you'll have like a, this is maybe a bit too much of a square chin for a woman, but you want something to this effect, right? But when you see someone that's mewing, right, or whatever, it's because obviously some of them are maybe sucking in the air from their mouth, or like whatever, but or they just don't have like a fat, and so what you're seeing is the skin that's hanging from the bone, from the cheekbone here, and then you have this. For people that are generally really skinny, also have this effect. Like square jaw. So in this case, the guy's really skinny. Maybe the mouth is too high or too low, or like the jaw is maybe too high. So it probably would need to go a little lower, like this. Maybe give it a more 3D effect. And we want the ear to be so notably, there are a lot of muscles in the head. There's a muscle that connects here. Maybe it's a bit bigger. The nose, usually you can align it with the bottom of the nose. So if you feel yourself out on your face, notice that usually the ears will match the bottom of the nose and then will line up with the eyebrows. You can play around with this. Like, that's why, like, people that you know, you can play around with, like, people that are perceived to have bigger ears is because maybe their face is a little bit bigger and so their ears are kind of there to match, or their face is smaller but their ears remain the same. I hate fucking private number shit. Like, it's useful, but someone called me back today because I missed their call yesterday. If I don't know the number, I don't pick it up, and I don't care what it is. Text me before you call me if I don't have your number. Also, yeah, welcome to the stream. I want some coffee now, but I already had like a big mug, and I only want to drink coffee when I'm kind of hungry, so that I can suppress my hunger. And I'm not. You got something like that. This is eyebrows. Yeah, I just don't pick up shit. I don't pick up numbers that I don't know in general. Like yesterday, for example, there was a number calling me, trying to call me, right? And I just didn't pick it up. They called my house. Someone picked up in my house and they're like, oh, the bank is calling you. And I'm like, ask them what they want. Because I'm pretty sure they just want to offer me a credit card. And they're like, oh, what is it in reference to? And then, you know, they're like, oh, you know, and then like, I'm like, just ask them straight up. Is this to offer a credit card? It's like, yeah, you're being pre-approved for a credit card. And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want credit cards. Fuck off. Yeah, this part is wrong. I wouldn't worry too much about it right now. So yeah, like I was saying, if you can use whatever helps you to line up your head. This is obviously, of course, like if you're able to work without having to do the guideline stuff. I'm still not at that point yet because I'm not good. But if you can use eyebrows, for example, to line up your head. I hate that so much. I keep calling in my working hours. I just don't pick up. I have my phone on silence usually. Or I tend to get up from my chair and just like walk around. And sometimes they'll call and I'm not pick it up. If it's important, they'll call back. But lately, phone companies have been trying to use WhatsApp to communicate with me. They'll like text me and it's like, hey, this is so and so. I'm calling because I have an offer for you. We'll give you this increase in data. You'll be paying a little bit more, but that's how they get you. It's like the boiling frog thing. Well, it's sales. They get a commission from upselling you shit. Credit cards are too spooky for me. Oh, so the first credit card I ever had, which I still have, by the way, it was a Discover card. I love Discover. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, just in case, but I love Discover. They're pretty good. Their customer service is still one of the best ones, but the first time I got that card, I applied for it. They had like something, which made me sign up. And the first thing I did when I got it, it's like, oh, I'm going to use it. Instead of being like, I'll have this for emergencies. I used it and I bought a PS4 the moment it got in my mail. Because it was ready to use. I just used a line from the mini comic, I wear socks with holes in them. Scamming me as a negative user, you're tight. Sometimes I like, here's the thing. I try not to be a dick to them because this is also someone trying to make, you know, these aren't like upper management salespeople. Those people, like, they sell to companies and stuff. They have like the nice golf meetings or whatever. These are people trying to make ends meet. So I try not to be a dick to them, but sometimes, you know, they'll be very insistent and annoying that I'll be like, sure, I'll hear you out. And then I'll make them waste like an hour. Well, I'm just saying yes, okay, and then, but on my phone, like, I don't have my phone, I'm not even looking, and then I'll be like, you know what, on second thought, I'm not interested, bye. If I can prevent them from fucking someone else, then sure, I'll help someone else, not be annoyed by these guys. I try to be empathetic, you know, when I can with these people, but it like, but that'll fuck you over if you're trying to be, you know, trying to be in someone else's shoes all the time. Because sometimes it's like, yeah, but, you know. I just hang up. I don't even open. I don't even, like, respond. I'm like, you know what? I'm not interested. Bye. Or sometimes, like, they'll call me and they'll say, oh, hello, how are you? I'm doing good. Who is this? Oh, I'm from so-and-so. I'm from this place. I'm calling. No, thanks. Bye. And then I close the phone. My brother, my younger brother, before he moved to France, he had unlimited everything on his phone. And legally, he could not be removed from that program, right? They had to keep him in there. And, but they were desperately trying to get him off. Like, no, this plan is better. It's like, you know, you'll have this, you'll have that, and it's like, and my brother's like, no, you're not gonna get me off it. The worst is door salesman. It's a lot harder to excuse yourself when you're face to face with them. Yeah. People, like, there's no door-to-door salesman here anymore. I haven't seen them yet, in years. What we have now is just people that come in and beg, and I just tell them no. Like, no, I don't have any money to give you, but you know, no, I'll give you a sandwich maybe, but no. I bought a $350 PlayStation 4, yes, but it had the Uncharted bundle. I only pick up from area codes. Anything else gets ignored. Yep. That's a good strategy. Another thing that you can take notes on is that the nose ends where the cheekbone ends. So like you have this cheekbone here, right? And then you have the little gap with the mouth here. So in this case, that's where, and then the jaw starts like, you know, where the mouth would be. So you can do something like that. Oh, that'd be funny. I still don't understand. It's the Skyrim skeleton, right? This was years ago, though. Like very many years ago. I have long since paid it off. So this was also when I was starting to do art. More and more. Like at that point, I had quit my job working in advertisement, and I was in the United States trying to like get started, which was not the smartest idea, but I did it. But luckily I got a job like right after, and that's when I moved to Japan because I had my car and I sold my car so that I could use that money to move to Japan. I didn't sell it for much, but sold it for something. The money's long gone, though. Should have invested it, but, you know, I was young and stupid. I have some money now, but the money that I have right now, I'm saving it for my Japan trip in summer. And I have some savings, but they're invested now, so. Also, I still can't believe my offhand mention of wanting to commission you one day. Or just ended up being something you did for the memes and became the summer banner. Yeah, it was a fun idea. And the savings thing, I need to, like, I started this year, right? I started investing at the, like, you know, making a, because it doesn't, like, keeping your money in the bank just as a savings is not like the smartest thing. I recommend just like investing it in a few things or having someone recommend you what to invest in. Someone that knows what they're talking about. But I'm not going to give you financial advice. That's just like what I know. The best kind of investment is real estate, but frankly, no one can afford real estate nowadays. Unless you're investing on like vacation properties, which are good investments. But, you know, if you haven't bought your first house yet, like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. Did you at least have fun in Japan? I love Japan. I like people that know me joke that I must have been like a Japanese person in a past life or something, because I mean, it felt like I was at home. Like it felt like coming back home both times that I went, and I'm trying to. And I want to go back, and like if there's an opportunity for me to stay like another few years, then I'll take it for sure. It's probably going to Gen Con now that you're talking about. The problem is that the government tried cracking down on unemployment recently, and they canceled it for me, but only until May. And now I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm planning on becoming a freelancer soon, but freelancers pay 40% income tax by default. So I'm here, sit internally screaming, Yeah, that's the thing. I was trying to become a freelancer in Europe, in Paris, but that I was like, oh god, this is so much tax. But my brother was explaining, it's like it's not that bad because he pays around the same. But he's like, it's not that bad because you get a lot of benefits, at least in France. Plus, it's nice seeing your savings physically, yeah. I have a mason jar that I keep paper money into. Yeah, that is true. I've been avoiding using my credit card unless I really need to for things. I've been very good about not spending frivolously. I'm not spending very much on gachas anymore, like if at all. Even if it's like, oh, it's like only $1, and it's like, no, I don't think I need it. I've been very good at handling the FOMO stuff lately. And I'm not even eating out anymore. I've been cooking at home. Oh, congrats. Yeah, you got the job, that's right. You need to buy Mutagenics today. That game comes out today, doesn't it? I don't even know, because I'm not even gaming that much anymore. Like, any free time that I had, I'm using it for studying. Like, yesterday, I sat around and, like, I felt guilty. Like, I tried gaming a little bit, and I felt kind of guilty. So, I was just like, I've been, like, skirting around the issue of, like, speaking of Warframe, I've been skirting around the issue. I'm like, I should draw mechs. Because I've been drawing boxes for a while, and I'm like, mechs would be like a good idea to like force me to use the boxes that I've been practicing just to learn how to draw mechanical stuff better. I dare you to. There is a sexy mech going around. It's like a sexy cheetah mech or something from like a Korean show. I was joking with with a friend of mine, and she's like, "Hands off. It's mine." Talking about games, I got an early access code to a game to stream review this morning. Considering how tiny of a streamer I am, yeah, that's great. Congrats. I got a code for the Hunt Showdown, but I haven't streamed it. But to be fair, they were giving those out to anyone that would, you know, that was like a streamer. And I've had friends insist that I give it a shot, but I don't know, I'm not very good at shoot. Ross, I gifted you Armored Core a while ago. No, yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Still have to. There's so many games, and I have so little time. I need to work on my VTuber model. Rework. I'm gonna make time this weekend to work on it. Give myself a different project for a little bit. So it's already sketched out, so I just need to... If you're playing that card, I'm overruling it with my own. Because... if I... oh, yeah. Tevi is there. I have to finish Tevi. Robbie Reeby is getting... God, so many games! I mean, hold on. Like, let me show you... like, you guys saw me stream it, right? Let's see if I find the new model. To be here and here somewhere. Put it. Okay, now I need to find it. Is it? No, it's not here. It's well, gee golly, it has to be somewhere. No, it's not this one. No, seriously, I need to find it now because I'm freaking out a little bit that I may have misplaced it. Oh, no, here it is. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Why does it... okay, now I need to find out this. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm keeping it simple, right? There's a lot pending, but I'm gonna try and get all these things done. And then before I head out to Japan this year, have it done. I'm gonna keep the rendering simple too. This obviously needs to be a more rested pose. I do have a semi-important question that should be honest when... yeah, the practice is fun. It's like, the thing is, like, the way I'm viewing it is just like, this is good for me. I view it in the same way. Okay, so there are two things that I'm doing right now. It's not, well, three things really, but let's keep it at two right now. I'm working on my body and mind. To work my body, I want to cut, right? Well, what do I need to do to cut? Well, I need to work out, eat right. For mind, I want to draw better. And now in this case, the mind is a little bit more complex. So now let's review this. Why do I want to draw better? And there's two levels. One, I want to. I love art. I want to be better at it. I'm not very good, but I want to be better. Okay. And then it's gonna go to my ass and my face, and I don't really want it to go to my face. My face is slim now. It wasn't like 3 months ago, like 4 months ago. Now it is, and people are saying, like, are noticing a huge difference, and I'm like, I have the slim face. Before winter, even, like, my face was so slim that I could mew without having to do the stupid meme shit. But anyways, so I want to. And then I want to for myself. And then other is for my job. So there's two levels to this, right? So okay, I'm working on it. It's like, if this doesn't work, this won't work. Because when you're in a job that you're miserable at, you tend to just not give a shit if you get better or not, or you look for something else, if at all possible, right? So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Now for this, why is it working in tandem? Well, if I don't enjoy working out and I don't enjoy eating right, then I can't work on my body properly. And these two things I figured out to a point where I'm enjoying it. That's why I'm learning to sketch on my sketchbook with, like, just keeping stuff to myself, nothing that has to be worked in to anything else. It's like, it's disconnected. It's just practice. It's letting me get all my mistakes out. I'm learning to just engage with the activity a little bit better than I used to. And eating right, it's basically like, you know, just in the morning, not overloading with calories, or knowing when to eat out and when to not eat out. Typically, like, I'll eat out or eat it at I don't eat fast food necessarily. But if I eat something that's fast food, it'll be something a little bit on the healthier end. Or I'll have my fried chicken, but it's like once a week, right? The goal is to maybe lose 0.5 pounds to 1 pound per week, or at the very least 0.25 at the bare minimum. I don't eat McDonald's anymore because burgers I can make at home much better than most places here, unless it's like a really, really good place that I know. And then for everything else, it's like I'll eat salmon, or I'll make chicken at home or something like that. I've been reading on high volume foods, and it's like, yeah, but all right. Anyways, point being, I these two things I want to do. I also want to work on my Japanese, but that's a different story. But I'm working with these two in tandem. And I have always been I don't like working out person. Like I like doing a physical activity, but I wasn't never about like working out. I'm a nerd, right? I like being at home. I like engaging in activities of the mind, exercise my big fucking brain, right? But I've turned around to I've learned around. Do not save. I've learned to not to like enjoy working out. I want to look good and feel good. The issue that I need to find a balance in here is that doing both does make you tired, right? Whether it's working out and then doing your job or studying right after you work out, that leads to being tired, and you need to find a way to slip in more breaks in between. Yeah. Consume a lot of time, yeah. So you have to work, like I've been doing a good job at waking up early to go work out. That also means I can no longer stay up until really late working on stuff. But some days I'll make the sacrifice to not go do... Like, I only sacrifice cardio days. So if I know that there's something that I want to work on really late, I'll do it on a Tuesday or something. Or like on a Monday, because I know that Tuesdays are my cardio days. So I can skip on that one a little bit, and then in the afternoon maybe go walk a little bit. I want to keep trying the this. Yeah, I've tried doing 3D stuff. it takes a little bit. The thing is, that's another skill that I have to learn, and those things take time. Basically, I'm trying to improve my 2D, but then I would also have to learn 3D, and I don't know that if I have the mental capacity right now. Not that I'm an idiot. I am, but I don't have that much time to dedicate to that, especially considering I'm also working on other projects. So I want to work on 3D this year, but it's not the time for me yet. I did start building out models and stuff and just doing like regular blocking out, but I never got too deep into it. So you're trying to leap forward instead of doing Kaizen? What? I don't know what that means. Is that Gen Z talk? Kaizen, small gradual improvements. Oh. I want the focus. Here's the thing. I get easily distracted. I want the focus. And also, I have to think, what would I do? What end would I use 3D stuff right now? Google what Riz mean? Oh my god. It sounds familiar, but I'll have to look for it. Much as a joke about it amongst friends, sometimes I am tempted to make a friend's take an friend's Cintiq tablet, sign up for art lessons. Another friend of mine offers. He's worked on skins and such for, I think, Valorant. Dude, just fucking do it. Do it. Do you want to learn art? Do you want to get good at art? Do it. Why not? What's stopping you? If you end up loving it, you end up loving it. If you don't, that's a little hobby that you picked up for a little bit. That's fine. Who needs a space heater when you have a 3D printer? I also need to switch from my graphics tablet back to a monitor screen. Or like a drawing thing. It does help if I know what I'm looking at, but at the same time, it's also like saved my neck from pain. I don't shrimp as much as I used to. I've also been like making less excuses for myself when I do things. Like in the morning, I don't want to get up, but I like get up to do stuff. No one's gonna do them for me, so. How many hobbies I already wouldn't want to be able to split equal time with, and if I feel I don't keep up with, yeah, that is true. When I improve so fast that it left everyone else in the dust, it always alienates my people. Like, it even irked me when one classmate got compared to the speed and quality at which I completed something. I mean, that's not really your fault. That's kind of like on the teachers. Popsicle tutorial, maybe. Alright. So let's see. Try something here. That reminds me, someone did a remaster of Mario 64, but it wasn't like Nintendo Hire This Man kind of level. It was more of like, it kind of retained somewhat of the Nintendo, of the Mario 64 DS vibe. And it looks really good. But they only did the courtyard and then the bomb battlefield. And that one was really good. Like, I saw a video of that really cool stuff. Shame they're not doing the whole thing, but I understand because they said they want to move on to original ideas. So they're gonna probably be game deving for something original. I hope they take those skills that they learned from working on the Mario mod and do something cool with it. Maybe a platformer like Mario? I know there's no shortage of 3D platformers, but I want something more less gimmicky and something more straightforward like Mario. Yeah. I like Yoshi's Story a lot. It's one of my favorite games. I should probably replay it at some point, even if I don't stream it. The thing with like streaming games is that if you're not, some games I just start and then I'm like, oh, it's a stream game now. So I feel bad if I don't finish it on stream. The smug face? Okay. You know what? A lot of people think that, oh, I have to play that game again. You don't, like, to play something, you don't have to play it through its entirety. You can just play it until you can satisfy your nostalgia. It's like, oh, this was fun. Like, yeah, some games you can just beat them, and that's fine, but it's perfectly okay to take old games that you enjoyed. And just play them until you're satisfied. You don't have to beat them. Like, I'll boot up Mario 64 every once in a while and just play like one level. And then be like, okay, that's enough Mario for today. And that's completely fine. Because I hear a lot of people say, oh, I've been in the mood to play some games, but I don't want to play it to completion. It's like, just play it. Like, you don't have to beat it. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, in general, if you want to play something, you don't have to beat it. But if that's you, that's fine. That's how you enjoy games. That's cool. Normally games that I play to completion are new games. Sometimes, like an old retro game, I won't complete it unless it's something short like Super Metroid or Zelda 64. Last time I played OOT, I was running around to see how many heart pieces I could find off memory before pulling the Master Sword. You're finding hearts before you could pull out? Is that what you're saying? Okay. That's quite okay. Let me stretch a little bit. No, my pull game is weak. So you can't pull the Master Sword? Is that what you're saying? What's my opinion on Ananta? I mean, it looks... Here's the problem. Arknights just came out, and Ananta is promising to be like an open world, huge city map game. And then also you have Never to Everness or something like that. They're all kind of blending in together. Ananta and like Never to Everness or whatever it's called. Arknights kind of is like, it grew on me. It's starting to stand out a little bit because you got the base building stuff and you're kind of paying more attention to that. But I'm also gonna make a new layer actually. The thing with that, it's a lot of fucking games, and I have a huge backlog of things. I don't know if it has monetization or not. I haven't checked out. Like, they could give me the characters for free. I probably wouldn't play it. I don't know. Because it's just another game that's gonna ask me to keep logging in. I don't know. It's I think Enfield grew on me, but it's mostly because of the base building stuff. Like, I'll log in like once a week or twice a week, and then check on my factory, sell stuff, and do minor things. But I don't know if I have it in me on another open world, story-based gacha with logging in and stuff. Like, I'm trying to cut distractions out of, like, time-consuming stuff out of my time. And that's one of them. The only reason I still play Azure Lane is because I'm pretty much automatic on it. And I've been playing since launch, so we're talking about like 9 years or something like that. With something like Enfield, it's like the moment I feel like, oh, I gotta boot up the game, it's like, and I know that I have to go and do menial tasks and stuff like that because it's in service for a game that's like long. Like, I enjoy it just fine, but it's not a game where I'm like, I need to log in every day because it's like, it's time consuming. It's like 30 minutes of like busy work. And so that's my problem with it. And with ZZZ, it was like a little quicker. I haven't played it in a little bit because I kind of got burnt out. Blue Archive is kind of the same thing. Like, I'm trying to just get stuff out of my life that isn't like adding to my time. Like, if I play a game, something like Sunny Young's Laboratory is fun because I know it's a contained story, the art is good, and it just ticks the right boxes for me, and I know that it's probably like a 10-hour, 12-hour game, so I don't have a big problem with it. Like, let me see before I get into the hour practice thing. On my library, I have Heavy, I have Persona 5 Royal, which I haven't played yet. Like, I beat the first one when it first came out, but I haven't played the revamp. I bought a game called Kotama, 9 Souls. I have a Toho Dystopia, Peripetia. Like, I have a ton of games that I should be playing over gachas because they are made by small teams that are doing something unique. And with these gachas, they're just fighting for your time. And that's not something that I'm not sure I want to start engaging with again. Because it got to a point somewhere where I had too many gachas, and now it's yeah, it's too much. I think my personal opinion is everyone should try to play less gachas and more indie games, more 5-hour, 10-hour experiences. The less time you waste on gacha games, the better. And then they're never going to go away because the Chinese Asian market is huge. They're going to spend their money on that. But for the West, we should try to play more games made by smaller people. And you get more out of it because with a gacha, you're not going to get something out of it until like a year or two into the story or like whatever. Because at the moment you get like, oh, this is cool or whatever, but then you're kind of dry out of content. Look, as I started freeing myself from like on my phone, I don't, what do I have? I have Blue Archive, Zenless Zone Zero, and Trickle. And then I don't play Uma Musume anymore. It's there, but I don't play it. And Azure Lane is when like I'm not, like when I'm away from my computer. I'm free to play when it comes to gachas. Yeah, no, you can be free to play. My argument is like, if you like playing gachas, that's completely fine. My recommendation is that if you are able to spend $10 or whatever on like an indie game, I absolutely recommend doing it. There's a game that there's 2 games that I want to stream. One is Kotama, and another one is a game that I recently found a demo for that is a strategy RPG. So I might stream that tomorrow, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It depends on like what indie games are you playing. The thing is, like, here's a problem. We've been conditioned in a bad way where there is a plethora of content out there for us. There's so many games out there. There's so many gotchas out there. There's one for everybody, and there's a community for every one of them, and that's great. But when I was growing up, you only had a few consoles. Your choices were limited, and so you played that one game for a while. Like when I was growing up, I beat Final Fantasy VII. Well, I didn't really have any other games until the next one, right? Or I would play older games. So what I would do is like I beat Final Fantasy VII. Well, guess what? We're playing it again. Or I would play something else or that I already had. And so that's why a lot of games had this New Game Plus feature. It wasn't done out of like every game needs to have a New Game Plus. It was because you get more value out of your game. But like if only thing that's central to your game is the main story and some replayability, which playing games is different, only throwing one or two different bots. It depends. Like some New Game Plus is just a replay, and that's fine. I think if your opinion is like, oh, if it's something not completely different in the New Game Plus, and it's not for me. I mean, that's you. But I feel like that's what I mean when, like, in general, games before they had some of them have a New Game Plus, or like let's say you beat Mario 64. Let's even go more basic. You beat Mario 64, and they had three other save slots. You can just boot Mario again and just replay it, or you can play from that same file and just keep doing the same levels over and over. But again, growing up, it's like it was just like, yeah, you just do it because it's fine. Like you want to keep playing the same game over and over, but they were catered experiences where you got a ton out of, and you keep playing it. And it's still why people play older games. Even younger kids nowadays, they want to play older games in general. They're going back to classics and like, holy shit, this is really good. And it's because of that. It's not even like an onus on like games now suck. That doesn't even have to be it. It's just that there's a difference there's a clear difference. People are conditioned with gachas now that they have to like play with one character, or like they have this one thing that they want to play because it's free or whatever. I don't know. Like I think gachas are fine. A lot of them that they're stepping up their quality, and it's great. But I used to go like Kirby's Crystal Shards was a rental for me. I would go I beat it, right? I beat it in a weekend, and even then I went back and rented it the weekend after, and like the whole week I was looking forward to playing it. So I'm like, oh man, I really want to play that game again. I'm gonna go to the movie store and rent it. And another thing that did help me grow into liking games is that I could only play games on weekends, right? I had like a Game Boy that I snuck into my bed at night to play. I mean, I don't know. It really, like, the thing is, like, I think you're kind of being a little harsh on story-based games, because those are visual novels, and that's like their kind of point. I don't generally play a lot of visual novel games personally, but there's a clear love for them, and there's like a lot of them have different roots or something like that. But it's like it just depends. Like if you just want gameplay, then you just play gameplay. But RPGs, generally speaking, focus on story. Yeah, my friend gave me my Game Boy Advance, and my dad couldn't tell me what I could do with it since he didn't give it to me. But yeah, in general, like I would rent games, and like I couldn't play in the week, so a lot of the games and I didn't have too many games either. Like I had I only got games like on my birthdays or like on a random chance, where my grandfather, for example, gifted me Unreal Tournament 2, and I was like very young for that game. But you know, it's like you tend to appreciate things a little bit better, and you tend to there's a value in older games that you don't find in newer games, because they're kind of like all have this new game plus, all have this thing, all have like, but it's there, and there's a lot of games to play. But I would recommend like, but I would recommend personally, like, don't play too many. Like gotchas, they're not complete experiences until the final update drops, and like that's cool that there's like more to come of the game. But usually the meat and potatoes of those games is just busy work. It's like, oh, I gotta log in and then gather some materials so that I can level my characters up, so that when the next thing drops, I'm ready for it. And there is merit to that, but in general, like I've been growing to prefer a game where I can grind and I know that I'm gonna kill the final boss, and then at that point I'm like, hell yeah, the game is beat. If you try and make the story more important than the player's experience, but the thing is, like, if you're don't know what you're getting at, but the thing is, like, if a game is the whole point of the game is a story, then usually you're gonna make elements complement that. There are games that you know what you're jumping into, and I agree, like, if the gameplay sucks, then sometimes like the story's not worth suffering through, and vice versa. If the story's terrible, sometimes the gameplay isn't even worth suffering through. And that was my problem with Three Houses and the Colgate-chan game, where one had really good story, but the gameplay was just not there. But I pushed through because I like Fire Emblem. And then with Colgate-chan, the story was terrible, and like it was suffering, but then the gameplay was pretty good. So it's like, okay, so let's see here. Right now it's we had our break. Okay. All right. So now, Disco Elysium has an amazing story, but it's point and click, and that's fine. I want to play the original Fallout games, like Fallout 1 and 2. They're point and click, but most of those PC games were always point and click. All right. There is the clock. All right, we're gonna do the 1 hour thing again. So I'm thinking of like drawing Lukoa from memory, or I could draw a different character. Time to make all the mommy. Fallout 2 is so good. So either Lukoa from memory, or to figure out like or like a different character maybe. But nowadays there's this theme that among a lot of games starting to get pissed about. They make all their stories depressing to the point where why are you even playing it? I think it just really depends. It's kind of funny how an Easter egg in 2 ends up with you ruining your grandpa's life though. Oh my god. it depends on the games that you're playing. If it's like post-apocalyptic, they have always been depressing. That's like Polish territory there. Anything Slav is like funny but depressing as fuck. Always. I think I'm gonna draw a Lukov from memory. Okay, I'm trying to think of like. What? Alright, I'm just gonna start. It doesn't matter what it ends up being. Alright. One hour of CO drawing, let's go. I can't draw CO on stream here. I'm gonna draw Lukoa from memory, maybe. Yeah, that really depends on like the type of games that you're playing, because post-apocalyptic, that's literally the theming. If they can make me hate a character or love a character, they're doing something right. You know, a lot of games nowadays are too afraid to give you a villain that you love to hate. Like now, every villain has to be misunderstood or, oh, he's not as evil as you thought he was. Like, nah, fuck it. Give me another deal. Give me Sephiroth. Give me someone to dislike. That even, like, you know who's a good villain? Thanos was a good villain. He's not a game character, but he was a good villain. Because it's like, you understand why he's doing what he's doing. It's not that you can relate with it. You're just like, I understand why he's doing it. I just don't think it's I don't think whatever he's doing is right, and he's like a likable villain in terms of like you like to hate him. He's a fucking like the Thanos movie was like the Thanos movie. I'm gonna go pull from Genshin the Dottore. I hated him. I do like the trope of like the villain joining your party, but it has to be handled well. It can't be like a guy that murdered an entire village and then it's like, hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Like that I'm not gonna tolerate. Oh, he carried himself like he was better than everyone. You know who was a good villain too? Even if I remember very little from the game, Louis from Metaphor was pretty good. I think the movie Boom died with Endgame. The superhero movie stuff died with Endgame. I think it reached the its natural conclusion and it should have taken a break, but it's making too much money. You know, I like how Polish people say money. 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 Bingies. With hands, I'm not very good at hands, but usually, here's a good strategy. Just draw a thing like this. I would recommend drawing the fingers at like sausages or rectangles. It helps. And then this like here. There you go. Making too much paper. I'm making too much money. Ah. Every time I hear money, I can't help but think of Dracula Flow. I'm making too much money. We're smoking that mahi mahi. Fucking, Still can't believe, like, of course it would be. I still can't believe that Joji is the one behind Dracula Flow. Because of course he would be. It's like whenever I hear the name Susan, I can't help but think from Blank Man. I want you, Susan. You know something that I quote all the time? It's not that it's a particularly good quote, but you know Bane from The Dark Knight Rises? There's a scene where he goes to one guy, where he's like, he was like, I can't remember what character he was specifically, but Bane goes up to him and he goes like, here, I'm gonna draw it. He like puts his hand like this, and the guy's like sweating bullets, and Bane with his massive muscles. He goes, "Do you feel in charge?" And I quote that shit all the time. I go up to Potato, and then I do that, and I go like, "Do you feel in charge?" And she is, of course, but you know, it's fun to do. All right, have fun with your friends. I'm gonna drop a test bit on your head with it. So who's really the owner here? Is she under my couch? There she is. Oh, yeah. Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack. Could have gone pro, you know. Pushy Ivy League school. Oh, poor. Turn off the cringe inhibitors. My sources said I made it the fuck up. I got tired of waiting for Reincarnated as a Dragon hatching to get more episodes, so I went through the manga. I got tired of waiting for the manga, so I went through the light novel. That reminds me, I need to when I go in summer, I need to check the used bookstore and grab a bunch of manga. I want to get the Okusan complete collection. My brother was asking me for Vagabond. He's like, hey, can you find the complete collection of Vagabond? Now the struggle to find a good translation. I like the manga of some series, but they're new chapters, so I get annoyed. I go straight to the. I need picture because me brain dumb. Ever heard of After Dungeon Diver? No, I haven't been reading too many things. I should dig out my manga that I have that I barely touched and read it. And use it as an excuse to practice my Japanese. Boobs or butt? Oh god. You can't ask me to choose between hometown and life. I think I'm an ass man. Because I like thick thighs, wide hips, and big butts. Ass is life. Look, you can fake a good pair of boobs, but you can't fake a good ass. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Dante. Have a good one. Okay, Lukoa had like these horns here, right? Okay, we're drawing Lukoa from memory. So I believe she had these horns like this. Let's make them a little thicker actually. Don't give me away, I have to draw her from memory. Just say if I'm kind of correct, but don't elaborate. You know, I'm personally salivating at RAM prices crash because it's coming like investors. I don't know that I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think the RAM prices are dropping. They're gonna stabilize, but they're gonna stay at an increased stabilized. And that's what's gonna happen. Once something goes up in price and people make profit, it's not gonna happen. It's not even the RAM shortage is a real thing. It's already like, it's not like people aren't canceling orders. Companies aren't canceling orders. They've been ordered. They're gonna be made. It's just all gonna go to the people that ordered it. The price went up because it was a ton of RAM that got bought that doesn't even exist. It only exists on paper. What I mean is the people that make RAM, they've already seen how much they can sell the RAM for, so they're just going to stabilize the price. And let's say originally it was like $100. Well, if it spiked up to 200 and they can stabilize it at 175, it's going to stay at 175. Because it's already increased in price, they're not going to drop it. Yeah, but it's already bought. It's on paper, but it's going to get produced. It's been pre-ordered. Yeah, it's all for AI. No, Meteor, it's not gonna go down in price. I promise you. It's gonna stabilize in price, but it's not gonna go down. They've already seen the profit that they can make. The companies that make RAM. I should have upgraded my PC when I wanted to, when I should have. And now I live with the regret of not doing that. Would you be willing to bet a comm on that? Not really. This is information I've heard from people that buy RAM for business. Her hair was kind of like that, right? A free comrades from losing at bad RAM prices, I'd have to manipulate the market now. Every time I hear this music, I can't help but think of On Guard, Fuckboy. It's the theme of Skeleton. Damage is already done, yeah. All right, now let's do some coloring. The size. I almost... Oh, you know what? Let's use this one. I like how Bakushin spiked in popularity now. Because of the February 7th incident. Somewhere around here. Something like that. We've never appreciated our class. I've always liked Final Fantasy 8. Oh, this one's 7 though. 。 Dun, 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 dun. Need to look something up. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so what we can do is instead we can do this. Speaking of Final Fantasy, I'm bummed I have to look for a new PSP battery so I can... Oh, yours died? Damn. I have mine lying around. I don't know if it works. I need to check. I love the PSP. The PSP is single-handedly the best console. Handheld, I mean. I'm not sure if it died, but it's gotten swollen and it doesn't hit the contact. Oh, yeah. It went to the gym and got swole. It's never gonna happen. It's just not commercially viable, I don't think. Not for Sony, at least. They tried doing something stupid, like play the PS5 portably, but not. And it didn't work out. I don't know what they were thinking with that. What were they thinking? Are they smoking crack up their ass? So now we do... Actually, I want to give her a little bit of, like, red on her hands. Let's do the hair. I think the hair was like kind of like this, maybe? Let's see. I had an idea for like doing a parody of AVGN, like a video. Reviewing that one game I got it from my childhood, Shamus, which is not a very good game. Oh, Shamus in my mouth. I need to play it on stream, so you guys understand how fucking painful that game is. Because it was a good laugh, but now that but when I had it on my hands, it wasn't very funny. After a little bit. It was like, oh no, I hate this. I even got it as an adult to play it on the Game Boy, on physical hardware, and I think the seller, the person that sold it to me must have been confused as to why I'm looking for that game. But they were happy that I took him off their hands. They're like, oh, thank fuck, I got rid of that game. I think the hair was like that. Let me see. It was something like this, and then we had another layer. I think she had like a little bit of green in it. Something like that, or was it yellow? Alright, I'm gonna keep it like that. I think that's close enough. As much as I like doing these 1 hour things, I need to change it up, or I need to like take a step back and start doing longer studies, like for styles that I like and stuff. Because these are good at like getting me to notice things, and I'm already getting decently good at them. I mean, I don't know. I'm drawing her from memory. The idea is that I try to remember what she looks like, and then I compare. Oh, this looks better, yeah. Somewhere around here. Yeah, but don't worry. Don't spoil it, because I want to compare once I'm done. Thanks for the help, guys, though. Appreciate it. can move on to clothing, I believe. Give her like a dark shirt. Smells good. Lunch is being made. I got about 7 minutes left out of this thing. Let's see. Wait, actually, I'm gonna do some blue jeans. Dark blue jeans. Alright, good night, Ren. Thanks for stopping by. So I just noticed a mistake here. I can fix that easily, though. Trying to think of a game I would say is bad now as an adult, and all I can think of is GTA 3. Gently gasps. Said Dumbledore calmly. What's the meme? Like that? It's that, right? Dumbledore said calmly. So if you didn't do the police or firefighter missions early, it's super difficult in the hallway. I mean, it's also the first 3D Rockstar game, right? Because GTA 2 was before that. Isn't Shrek Party for Roz? I fucking hate Shrek Party. It's genuinely, I think it's the worst party game I've ever played. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it is certainly the worst type of its game. It's pretty close on the worst game, but I'm not even sure which would qualify as my worst game. It's not a crusade I'm intent on going to find out. I think my worst game could just stay hidden. I don't need to find out what the worst game ever made is for me. Just missing a few things here. Let's make this kind of pinkish. Got 1 more minute left. And then I'm gonna add these. Bit of blue here. Sorry if I'm not reading chat. I know it's scrolling. Just give me 1 second. Let me finish this off. And that's time. Now play in the Hall of the Mountain King to get the adrenaline rushing. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a maximum of 10 minutes for minor corrections or minor detailing. And then we're gonna review what we have here. To be fair, I can't draw food, so I'm just drawing whatever feels right here. Let's add some green here. Maybe a little bit of shallots. And then a little bit of sauce. Let's give it a little bit more of a red. That's not too bad. Okay. And then I wanted to take all of this, combine it, and merge it. Let's do this. This. Tiny detail that I really like lately. Just making let's make that look a little nicer. That. And then I want to add another thing here. Okay. And then we're gonna add. Right. I actually gotta head out. So I'm gonna leave it like this on stream, but I'm gonna add one more detail before I head out. So, yep. Sorry, I gotta dip like right now, but I'll post it in a little bit. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all.